We are ready to lock back in with weekly videos. Let's go. Oh man, it has been a wild last few months. For those that don't know, last few months have been insane. I have picked up my life and moved to a new state. I got engaged. I started a fasting compliant electrolyte supplement. It's the cleanest on the market. It's incredible. I'm continuing to coach men and women to lose fat sustainably. I'm working out 4 to 5 times a week consistently, getting my daily steps, a lot more. Somehow I'm not going insane. And so in this video, we're going to talk about how I'm actually doing it. Now, if you don't know who I am, my name is Schuyler Diehm. I shared a little bit about what I do. My main focus here is helping you lose fat and become the healthiest, most optimized version of you without the weight loss industry minutia, the counting calories, cutting out your favorite foods, workouts that make you want to die. How do you do this sustainably? How do you feel your best and show up as your best? And so that's what we do. We're getting back to weekly videos. So if you're not subscribed, make sure you subscribe to the channel. But let's dive into it, man. So I sat down and thought about it of how I'm showing up the way I am. And I really came down to 4 simple things, 4 simple points that help me show up at the level that I do. Point number 1 is going to be getting very specific on what my daily and weekly non-negotiables are. I think that a lot of people go throughout the week wanting to accomplish things and they have specific targets or tasks that they want to do, but they don't correctly file the right things into actual non-negotiables. Non-negotiables means hell or high water comes, I'm showing up and I'm doing these things or I'm getting these things done. And I think so many of us get lost in the flexibility of life and the stress of life, and when things switch up, they lose their non-negotiables. So my non-negotiables in terms of daily and weekly is every single day I'm getting 10,000 steps. 4 to 5 times a week, I'm making sure I lift weights. Helps keep me focused, helps me build muscle, which helps me stay in shape. I'm doing daily Bible time. I've had to learn these last few years, if I do not prioritize God in my life as the number one, as the central thing, the money's not fulfilling, the relationship's not fulfilling. And so I've realized I've had to prioritize that. So making that daily habit has been absolutely essential for me. Working on my businesses 5 days a week has been very essential, especially with the added business. I do have quite a bit of work. So making sure that I am tending to my clients that I have and making sure that I'm tending to creating content and shipping out supplements and really just making sure that these businesses thrive and that our clients in our coaching program thrive. Daily fiance time, making sure that my fiance feels loved and knows how much I actually care about her has been a must. Weekly fasting time has been a must. These are the things that are non-negotiable for me. Things kind of add in and fall off from time to time, but this is what I would call my main structure to make sure that I don't lose my mind and to make sure that I am moving forward. I'm focusing on my health, I'm focusing on my relationship, I'm focusing on my career, and I'm not doing these extravagant, super long, energy intense things. I'm working out 45 minutes when I work out. I'm splitting up my walks throughout the day. I'm making sure I prioritize them so I'm not walking at 11 p.m. at night. Doing these things and having them as my non-negotiables, even though they do make me feel busy, they also make me feel like I'm thriving. I enjoy doing most of these things, but when I do these things, I feel my best. I feel incredible. Now, point number 2 is what allows all these things to come together and actually work without me losing my mind, and that is planning. This thing right here is my saving grace. This thing right here keeps me sane. Not only does this planner have a weekly tasks section where I'm able to write in what I actually want to accomplish each week, right here on the side. So every single week I sit down and I write down what I want to accomplish, but it also has every single day in front of me. And planning is what has kept me sane. Prior planning prevents poor performance. The days that I don't plan are the most scattered days, and they're the days that I get the least amount of work done. Now, I'm not planning out minute by minute or 30-minute block by 30-minute block. I'm taking a reverse engineer standpoint where first and foremost I decide, okay, from my weekly tasks, what do I want to accomplish tomorrow when I'm planning that day? I list those things out. That's like 3 to 6 things. I'm not doing like 20 things. I'm not having a never-ending list of all that I want to get done. It's just, what am I doing tomorrow? First, once I have those things, I write down my non-negotiables. If I have client calls, if I have meetings, things that I cannot move, things that I'm committed to showing up at. After that are my non-negotiables. So when am I walking? When am I training weights? Making sure that I'm fitting those things in. And then I take the tasks that I want to accomplish and I plug them in. And it's really just blocks, right? If something's going to take me an hour, I plug in about an hour of time, but I'll write it in that general area. And then when I wake up, I execute. Even when I'm doing these things, I'm getting distracted with my phone from time to time, but I'm still making sure when that day is up, I finish these things. And the occasional day that I don't, I'm not hard on myself. I learn from it. And that's really it. Like, this is where most people miss the mark, is they are not planning nearly enough with their life. They have a list of things that they want to do. Many people aren't even writing them down, and they get through the day and they're like, shoot, I was supposed to work out today and I totally forgot. There's no room for forgetting here. If you want to accomplish something, if you want to have targets that are going to get you closer to a place that you want to be, you have to become structured and organized. And this is absolutely the most essential. After that, the third thing that really keeps me going and focused is my morning and nighttime routine. Now, these have been a little bit more flexible the last few months because it has been insane. But what I make sure is that I have a block of time in the morning without my phone, and I have a block of time at night where I can decompress without my phone. Sometimes that block of time in the morning or night is 10, 15, 20 minutes, but I make sure that the last thing I'm not doing throughout the day is scrolling on my phone and scrolling reels, right? Whether it's reading the Bible, reading a book, journaling, anything that is not on my phone, having that time in the morning and at night has been really helpful. And especially on those busy days, I make sure the weight training, the things that I need to get done or want to get done are in those morning and nighttime routines, right? I think so many of us wake up, we grab our phone, we go to work, we are kind of our first thing is like giving into the world, but having these morning and nighttime routines has allowed me the structure. Nighttime routines set me up for a successful morning, and then morning routines set me up for a successful day. And truly, that has been so essential to me. I had a short period of time when I first moved where I really struggled with this structure because there was so much to do. I was in a new location, so I hadn't fully crafted out my routine, and I felt the difference. I felt scattered. I felt overwhelmed from all the things that I had to get done. So if you get those non-negotiables, if you figure out how to plan and you really build a nighttime and morning routine, you are going to be shocked with how things go. But this fourth point really is the most important to me, and it's something I think is essential, and it is not being afraid to fall on my face and to learn from it. Full transparency, after moving and starting the supplement company and getting crazy busy, I had to learn that I need to put more emphasis into prioritizing my relationships. If it was up to me, like I said, I would plant my butt, I would work, I would just like lock myself in like a hermit, and the people that I love and care about would have no idea that I love and care about them. And so whatever that thing is, as you build structure and as you work on getting better in your fitness, with your career, your business, your relationship, you have to expect to fail in a lot of ways. And rather than call yourself a failure or be super hard on yourself, which is very difficult, especially as a guy,
I can smell the failure.
it is essential to learn to just be able to learn from it. What happened? While I was building my routine, I sucked at this. So how do I put more energy into this? How do I fit this into the puzzle pieces of my life? And that's ultimately what we're doing. So whether you're stressed, whether people are upset with you, whether you find things slipping through the cracks, you have to be able to learn from it. And honestly, a big part of that is being able to look at, okay, what am I putting energy into that's not serving me, that's taking me away from the things that matter? That movie every night that I watch, those TV show episodes, and being able to really let go of those things and learn from it. So truly, I really just want to emphasize, I'm not sitting here having showed up at 100% perfection these last few months. I have made so many mistakes. I have struggled with a lot of things, but I really do believe every area of my life is consistently moving forward. That doesn't mean it doesn't fall flat on its face every once in a while, or I don't suck at things every once in a while. It just means that I'm consistent. And that's what it takes to lock in. We're so focused in the Andrew Tate mentality or the Jocko mentality of you just have to grind every second of every single day that we've forgotten that we can build structure and move forward every area of our life without going above and beyond, right? Because some days there is like the bare minimum that I show up. I'm sleeping in, I'm waking up late. My workout is I don't get as many things done as I wanted to in my work. I don't really have a lot of mental, physical energy to give to the people I love in my life at the end of the day. And so what this is a process of just learning, and we don't need to be locked in from the moment we wake up to the moment we go to bed. I think like the Andrew Tate mentality is actually backfiring in a lot of ways because we're so focused on work and discipline that we forget that relaxation, disconnecting is part of the process. But yeah, I'm not sitting here preaching in terms of what you need to do. This is what's worked really well for me. And this whole idea of lock in in is possible, but it's not that you're moving the needle this massive amount every single day. It's just you show up, you figure out what your non-negotiables are in terms of consistency, you figure out how to hit those targets. You focus less on the outcome, right? I want to make X amount of money this month. I want to lose X amount of pounds. I want whatever in my relationships. And you focus more on, okay, how can I show up every single day in a way that's going to lead me towards that goal? And then you put your energy into that in a relaxed state. So that's what I've got for you, man. We are diving back into these weekly videos. I'm thrilled to be doing this. We're going to have some vlogs. We're going to have some documentation of challenges. We're going to have some information videos, some lifestyle stuff. But if you are looking to be your best, you're looking to stay consistent in those areas that have been really hard to stay consistent in, make sure you subscribe to the channel. If you're looking to lose fat, head down below this video. We've got an application for a complimentary consultation. We can chat about what it looks like to work together, how I can help you lose fat, build muscle, become fit sustainably. And then along with that, if you are interested in electrolytes and feeling your best using supplementation, you can check out the link in the description as well for those. But I'm so thrilled you're here. I'm so excited to be back doing these again, especially moving to a new location, having a studio, having kind of like an easier setup than what I used to have. It's going to be a lot more fun to just do these videos and stay consistent with them. So thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you a ton. And with that being said, you know the deal. Make sure you eat smart, move more, sleep deep, and be grateful for this moment. I'll see you in the next video.